What's up, champs? Welcome back to the channel. Let's jump straight into today's MMA news. Khamzat has responded to Nasserine Mav calling him out on X after a confident statement from Mav sparked attention across the MMA community. Mav shared that he recently had a positive conversation with the UFC and made it clear that he is focused solely on a title shot. He explained that if waiting is part of the process, then he is prepared to wait, emphasizing that there will be no distractions and no detours as he prepares for what he believes is the biggest moment of his career. He added that great things require preparation and insisted he will be ready when the opportunity arrives. Mav went on to say that he is not used to waiting, but this time he understands the importance of patience. His message carried a tone of determination, as if he is fully locked in on earning his chance at championship gold. Shortly after, Khamzat responded with a short but sharp message, telling Mav, "See you after Ramadan. You have time to work on your wrestling." The reply immediately fueled excitement, with fans reacting to the possibility of these two finally stepping into the octagon once Khamzat returns and both men are fully prepared for a high-stakes matchup. Before we continue, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Moving on to another news. Ilia and Max Holloway had a respectful and heartfelt exchange on X after Ilia announced that he will be stepping away from competition for a period of time due to personal matters. For months, rumors have circulated suggesting that Ilia and his wife may be going through a divorce, and his recent message seemed to confirm that he is dealing with a difficult chapter in his life. On X, he wrote that he will not be fighting in the first quarter of next year, explaining that he is going through a challenging moment in his personal life. He said he wants to focus on his children and resolve the situation as soon as possible, making it clear that he does not want to hold up the division. Ilia added that the UFC will make the necessary matchups, and once his personal matters are resolved, he will inform the promotion that he is ready to begin his return. Max, who has first-hand experience dealing with emotional and family-related hardships, reacted with empathy. He previously went through a 5-year custody battle involving his son, Rush, and understands how draining it can be to balance personal struggles while still performing at the highest level. In response to Ilia's message, Max wrote, "Sorry to hear, champ. If it's what I'm hearing it is, I know the struggle firsthand, trying to fight while protecting your kids. Hope all goes well." His words resonated deeply with fans, highlighting the respect between the two fighters beyond their competitive ambitions. Ilia replied with gratitude, saying, "Thanks for the support, brother. All the best for you and your family." The brief exchange showed a rare and genuine moment of solidarity between two elite athletes who understand the pressures, sacrifices, and emotional weight that come with both fighting and fatherhood. Moving on to another news. Paddy Pimblett has turned the MMA world upside down after releasing a fiery new promo through UFC Europe, where he laid out a bold, almost outrageous plan for 2026. In the promo, Paddy broke his silence on the upcoming Justin Gaethje fight, making it clear that he's fully aware of the narrative surrounding him. He said that the moment he beats Justin, people will immediately shift the story again, claiming Gaethje was old, past his prime, or already on the way out. Paddy insisted that no matter what he does, critics will always find a way to discredit him, so he's embracing the chaos and pushing forward with his own roadmap. He said his first target is the interim title, which he plans to grab in January when he steps into the cage with Justin. After that, he wants to unify the belt against Ilia by the middle of the year, promising that he'll be more than ready to step in and take on one of the most dangerous strikers in the division. Paddy didn't stop there. He said that once he unifies the title, he's coming straight for Arman, adding that Arman can get the same treatment as everyone else he plans to run through. The confidence, the energy, and the trash talk have all blown up online, making the promo one of the most talked about moments of the week. But while some fans are hyped, others are furious. Aljo Sterling, along with several fighters and analysts, has criticized the booking heavily, calling it a joke and saying Paddy hasn't earned this opportunity. Some fans are even pushing to boycott the fight, arguing that rankings and merit should matter. Still, others believe Paddy is creating one of the most entertaining storylines of the entire year. Paddy doubled down by saying this will be the earliest he has ever fought in a calendar year, And it's going to ruin his Christmas dinner and his birthday since he turns 31 just weeks before the fight. But he insisted it will all be worth it when he lifts that real title above his head. He said 2026 is going to be the biggest year of his life, and he's coming for the interim belt first, then the undisputed belt when he beats Ilia. And then, as he put it, he'll deal with little posh boy, Arman, if Arman manages to stay active and maintain his ranking. Paddy closed by saying that if Arman does show up, he'll punch his head in as well, leaving no doubt about the level of confidence he's carrying into the new year. Moving on to another news, Mike Bohn just appeared on Josh Thompson's podcast and dropped some very interesting details about what he's been hearing regarding the UFC's highly anticipated White House card. According to Bohn, the UFC is considering a very small, super premium lineup, possibly featuring only 5 fights in total. He explained that the idea is to make every fight on the card feel massive, with absolutely no filler. Bohn even mentioned Ilia as a potential option, since he is targeting a return around mid-2026, though nothing has been confirmed at this point. The lightweight division has been a major headline this week as well. Just hours after Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett were officially booked for the interim title, Justin reacted on Instagram and made it clear he's fully dialed in. Despite the backlash from fans claiming Paddy doesn't deserve the spot, Justin called him the perfect dance partner. He said the timing, the spotlight, and the new UFC Paramount era make this the ideal fight to remind everyone why he remains one of the most violent and exciting fighters of his generation. No one is denying the matchup is a banger and a must-watch main event, but many fans are frustrated that merit seems to have disappeared and that Arman may end up sitting out for an entire year without a title shot. Bohn also discussed potential main event scenarios. He said the UFC will try to book Conor versus Michael Chandler for the top spot, but if Conor is unavailable or unreliable, he could easily see the UFC picking up the phone and calling Jon Jones to step in. Bohn added that he heard, not as confirmed news, but as chatter, that the White House card might feature only 6 fights. If that's the case, entry onto the card will be extremely limited. He suggested that a lineup featuring Conor versus Chandler and a few other major fights would be considered a major success. He noted that it doesn't need to be stacked with multiple title fights like Conor, Jon Jones, Ilia versus Islam, and Kayla Harrison all on one night. Instead, he believes the UFC will focus on return on investment. Conor alone can sell the same seats and numbers as anyone else. And Bohn also said he believes Kayla Harrison absolutely needs to be on that card for it to reach its full potential. Moving on to another news, it looks like the UFC may have accidentally leaked major fight information earlier today. The official UFC Brazil page briefly posted an update on X that immediately caught everyone's attention before it was deleted just moments later. The post stated that Max Holloway will be facing Charles Oliveira for the BMF title at UFC 324 this January. Fans were shocked because the matchup has been talked about for years, and seeing it appear on an official page, even for a short time, made the situation even more intriguing. As many remember, Max and Charles first fought back in 2015, where Holloway secured a first-round TKO victory. After that bout, Oliveira claimed he had suffered an injury during the exchange, saying that the stoppage wasn't truly reflective of what would have happened in a normal fight. Max, however, argued that nothing was ever officially confirmed and that the narrative surrounding that result was never accurate in his eyes. He mentioned that he and Charles have history, and if the rematch is finally happening, it gives both men a chance to settle what's been hanging over that first meeting for nearly a decade. Max even commented that this is the perfect opportunity to figure everything out once and for all. If the leaked post does turn out to be real, UFC 324 is shaping up to deliver a massive showdown between 2 of the most respected fighters in the division. Moving on to another news. Reports coming out of multiple Russian outlets claim that an absolutely staggering offer has been placed on the table to bring Khabib back into the octagon for a one-off super fight tied to a massive White House card. According to these reports, Dana White is pulling out all the stops behind the scenes, and Saudi businessmen are allegedly willing to finance the entire deal if Khabib agrees to return. The rumored figure being discussed is an unprecedented $100 million for a single fight, a number no fighter in UFC history has ever come close to earning. The idea alone has sent shockwaves through the MMA world. The story gets even bigger with the involvement of the White House. United States President Donald Trump is said to be fully behind the proposal, reportedly viewing Khabib as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, despite his long retirement. The White House connection adds an enormous spectacle element to the potential event, making it unlike anything the UFC has ever attempted. On top of that, Dana now reportedly has influential Saudi figures interested in backing the project as well, though it remains unclear whether his new partner, Turki Al-Sheikh, is involved. Khabib has repeatedly turned down comeback offers over the years, staying true to his decision to retire after fulfilling the promise he made to his mother. Still, Dana appears to believe that a historic 9-figure offer might finally be the one capable of pulling him back to the cage. Trump even publicly mentioned Khabib by name, saying he wants him to face the new champion. That comment has sparked speculation about weight class, potential opponents, and what exactly the UFC has in mind should Khabib accept the deal. For now, there are no official confirmations from the UFC or from Khabib's camp. However, one thing is crystal clear. The organization is aiming for a spectacle on a level the sport has never witnessed, blending politics, international backing, and the return of an undefeated legend into what could become one of the most talked about events in combat sports history. Moving on to another news. Aljo Sterling completely went off on Dana White and the UFC after they announced that Diego Lopes would be getting a rematch with Alex Volkanovski, jumping over him and the rest of the top contenders. Aljo said the entire reason the UFC became the #1 promotion in the world was because they always let the best fight the best. But lately, he feels like everything has turned into a popularity contest instead of real merit. He's coming off a dominant win over Brian Ortega, yet he emphasized that his frustration isn't only about himself. He believes the matchup simply makes no sense, pointing out that several contenders have been grinding for years, while Diego is being rewarded more for hype than accomplishments. Diego didn't stay quiet. He fired right back on social media, telling critics that sitting online complaining is exactly why they aren't getting title shots. He highlighted how active he has been and how willing he is to take risks, contrasting that with Movsar Evloev's long layoff and Lauren Murphy's slower activity rate. In Diego's mind, momentum should matter, and right now he feels he has it. What makes this even more ironic is that back in September, Diego himself said Murphy deserved the next shot at Volkanovski. Now he's the one getting that opportunity. And the entire division is buzzing with arguments over whether it's justified. Aljo continued by saying he understands what the UFC is trying to do. He believes they want a champion who can represent Mexico, and in many ways, Brazil as well. But for him, the real issue is transparency. He asked what the actual criteria are, explaining that when he entered the sport at 24, merit still meant something. The UFC was known as the organization where the best fought the best. Now he says it feels like the biggest factor is popularity. If someone is popular and can fight just a little, they'll get pushed into a title shot. If they have a highlight win or a favorable matchup, that's enough for the promotion to cash out. He said he understands the business model, but as an athlete, it's hard to accept. If the first fight between Volkanovski and Diego had been close, he could understand a rematch. But in his eyes, it was a one-sided masterclass, and rewarding it with an immediate title opportunity sends the wrong message to fighters who have been consistently working their way up the rankings.